Hello, Monarchs. Welcome back to the videos for lesson 5.1, day one. We're graphic linear equations in one variable. If you have not done so already, please go back and watch the first video for this lesson. We went over what ordered pairs are, what the different parts of a graph are, and then we graphed those 5 points they gave us on the left here. So we graphed all of these ordered pairs right here. Okay, so we're going to keep on going on this worksheet. Our next question is, what do you notice about the graph? Okay, so if we look at this graph, what's the first thing I notice, right? We should say to ourselves, well, the graph is, it's basically a straight line, right? It's just a horizontal line. So all of our y values are the same. So let's say, what do you notice about the graph? It is a straight line. All of the, the y values are the same. Okay. And we kind of answered this question again. It says, what do you notice about the ordered pairs? So what do you notice about the ordered pairs? And like I just said, we notice that all of the y values are exactly the same. So that's what we're going to write. Okay, so we'll write all of the y values are exactly the same. Okay, and that's why we have a straight line there. Okay, all of the y values are exactly the same. Okay. All right. So now we're going to talk about our different one variable lines. So we're either going to have horizontal lines. Horizontal lines go from left to right. This is what a horizontal line looks like. Let me use a different color. This is what a horizontal line looks like. Okay. They go from left to right. Vertical lines, like it says, go up and down. This is what a vertical line looks like, okay? Horizontal lines go from left to right. Vertical lines go up and down, okay? So in our equations, we'll always have y equals for our horizontal lines. We'll always have y equals and a number, okay? So horizontal lines are always going to be y equals a number, all right? So y equals a number. Our equation here is y equals 6. So this is going to be our number. Okay, so y equals a number, y equals 6. Okay, so they give us these two boxes underneath our where it says horizontal and vertical lines. Okay, and we're going to do some examples in these boxes. Okay, so our first example is going to be y equals 6, and I'll show you guys why that's a horizontal line. Okay, so our first example is going to be y equals 6, and like I said, I'll show you why that's a horizontal line. So I'm going to grab my protractor because I always like to make straight lines, and I'm going to draw a little graph on here. Okay, I'm just going to draw a little mini graph. So we'll go from, lost my protractor there, from about there to there, make our arrows, and then we'll go up and down, and I'll make my arrows again. Okay. Okay. So this is my little graph. And now I'm going to number it. So here is going to be 0, and we have -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. And over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay. So for example, 6 is going to be right here. I have y equals 6. Okay. So y equals 6 is going to be a horizontal line. This is 6 on my x-axis, actually. So I need to make 6 on my y-axis, because this is saying y equals 6. Okay, so I draw my 6. This is 6 right here. This is the point for 6. And now I know it's going to be y equals 6. So all I do is I make a horizontal line, which if I look at my notes, I know our horizontal line looks like that. And I go to 6 on the y-axis, and I just make my horizontal line, and that will be the graph for y equals 6. Okay, so the graph for y equals 6 is just a horizontal line, a straight line that goes through 6 on the y-axis, okay? That is what a horizontal line is. That is what the line for the graph of y equals 6 would be, okay? So it's going to be very similar for our next part, except now we're going to have a different equation. We're going to have an x equals equation. Okay, so before we had a y equals equation for vertical lines, which go straight up and down, we'll have an x equals equation. Okay, I will go over exactly what that graph looks like and the example, as well as the two examples at the bottom in the next video. So stay tuned for video 3.